so I'm gonna go talk to Anderson. Cooper Anderson.
All right, Agent. Would you like me to brief you about the first murder?
Yeah, please.
Yes, please.
Maya Strand, 41 years old, the caretaker of the Nordson Museum. She was found by the janitor on the floor near the exhibits early last Wednesday. Just like Carl, she was stabbed. No witnesses, no evidence. Killer practically a ghost. No signs of a forced entry, so either the entrance was open or she let him in herself.
What about her residence? Anything out of the ordinary in there?
Nothing, as far as we could tell. But we left the place as we found it if you want to have a look. She lived upstairs from the museum.
Noted.
Oh, Jesus.
The crime scene is no longer intact, though, correct?
Afraid so. The museum is important to Nordson, so we had the place cleaned out pretty quickly.
So let me get this straight. She's in the museum, but you cleaned it out, and there's also electrical problems. Alright. But now that I'm here, I assume that you'll check with me for clearing out any crime scenes. Sorry to hear that I guess bureaucrats messing up police work isn't just see problems. Exactly what kind of power does the town hall have over the Nordstrom police? I mean, I'm curious. But...
Exactly what kind of power does Town Hall have over the Nordson police?
Well, there's the elected mayor, Marianne Holst, and the town council with 5 members. Technically, they can't interfere with our work, but they do allocate resources to the police department, so I try to appease them where I can.
So they can't fire you if they disagree with your methods?
No, I'm independently elected, but they certainly have ways of making my life a living hell if they really want to.
Got it. Thanks for the info. One more thing. I'd like to see Maya's body, if that's possible.
Of course. We brought it out of the freezer this morning. You'll find it in the morgue, over at the clinic.
All right,
Dr.
so-
Pearson, our physician, is awaiting your arrival.
Good. I'll head there when we're done.
So we're going to the morgue now. Alright. So I want to ask about saffron.
Do you know if saffron is grown anywhere in Nordson?
I think so, yes. There should be someone in town with more information.
What do you know about the murder in the locker room over at the workshop hall?
Not much. As you know, the murder happened shortly before you arrived, so I'm leaving the matter in your capable hands.
Alright. I mean, it sounds like a woman was murdered first and now him. It says jealousy. I don't know. So
I'm
this
looking
sounds
for a
like-
young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
All right. What do you know about her?
All I have is a picture of her that I found on Carl, but it's damaged and her face can't be clearly seen.
Tricky. If you had any kind of personal information, like an address, you could look her up in our records. They're in the drawers behind me.
Noted. I'll get back to you about this if I learn more.
Alright. Alright.
That's all I
so
needed.
Very well.
Let's go to the morgue, and if there's anything I need, we'll come back to him. So what is this? There's a doorway. Why is there always like a piece of toilet paper hanging there? Yeah, let's make some coffee. Oh wow, you can actually make coffee.
Damn good.
Alright. So the morgue was... There's the clinic. I'm guessing the clinic is in the morgue. Let's ask the person.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thought I'd introduce myself, since I'll be coming here a lot. I'm Agent England, Central Bureau.
Oh, nice to meet you. It's a relief to have you here. We're all shook by these recent killings. Sure, the doctor's excited, but even his morbid curiosity has limits, you know. After all, we mostly treat coughs and the occasional broken limb here.
I get it. I'll do my best to help. Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to go to the morgue. Where's that?
Down the stairs on your left.
Great,
Thank
thanks.
you. Alright.
worry, Maya. You'll be put to rest soon.
Yeah, you're creepy, dude.
I know. Sorry about the delay. I was needed urgently out of town. Oh, hello there. Me and this old gal have been expecting you.
Talkative, is she?
Oh, no doubt. The dead have a lot to say, you know. Sometimes more so than the living.
Is that so?
The living are fickle and prone to deceit. Once dead, we can't hide things anymore. Not from me, at least.
I agree, these days people must prove themselves trustworthy before I rely on them. I'm sorry you feel that way. I think most men and women out there are sincere. That's why we need ways to tell that someone is hiding. Well, I believe most people are deceitful to some extent, but most are truthful. So it's like a 50-50.
That's why we need ways to tell what someone is hiding.
I suppose. Psychology isn't really my field of expertise.
That's fine. You can leave that part to me. Now, I'd like to ask some questions.
Sure. Go right ahead.
Show her the photo.
Do you recognize this couple?
The man is clearly the second victim, Carl. As for the woman, it's too hard to tell given the damage to the photo.
Do you know where saffron is grown in Nordsund?
I'm afraid not. We have plants all over, but botany is not my area of
I was hoping
expertise.
maybe she had saffron on her too. Okay. Tell me about the murder.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple stab wounds to the chest and stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Okay. Is it like Carl's murder?
Any theories on Carl's murder?
Not yet. I'll need to see the body first.
Alright, I guess I couldn't ask in that sense. Alright.
That's enough questions for now.
Okie dokie. Oh, one last thing. I've been told that the second body is on its way here. If you come back later today, I should be able to tell you something about it.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you. Let's go ahead and do the scanner. Three plus or minus 3 years, 0. Alright, can we do the blade shape? Looks like it's the same blade, possibly. So, anything else around here we can scan? Alright. Let's go ahead and
I had some more things to ask.
see if he's
Shoot.
lying about anything.
What are your conclusions about Maya's murder?
Most obvious first. The cause of death is acute blood loss due to the multiple
I doubt he's
stab
gonna
wounds
lie,
to the
but
chest and
we'll see.
stomach, 2 of which were lethal. The murder weapon is a mid-sized blade, likely a knife of some kind. There are some defense wounds on her arms, so the victim likely tried to shield herself against her assailant. I couldn't recover any biological traces of the murderer. There's no blood on her that isn't hers, or any traces of skin under her nails. This makes me suspect that the killer likely wore protective clothing and gloves. The time of death was roughly 2300 hours last Tuesday, 5 days ago today.
Alright. So what's lying about that? What about
Do
the
you
photo?
recognize this couple?
The man is clearly the second victim, Carl. As for the woman, it's too hard to tell given the damage to the photo.
Okay, I don't think he's gonna be lying about anything.
I'm looking for a young woman connected to the second victim, Carl.
I can't help with that. I didn't know Carl on a personal level.
Alright.
Did you know Maya Strand?
Not really, but I enjoyed listening to the occasional lecture of hers at the museum. She had quite an intellect, that woman.
So she wasn't a patient of yours?
Oh, she was, but that's all confidential, so I can't say much about it.
I understand, but anything you can share would help.
Well, during the autopsy, I noticed that she was unusually worn and feeble for her age.
Okay. And what does that tell
What does
us?
that mean?
For one thing, that she would have needed help with the more physically demanding tasks of the museum.
Okay.
Got it. Thanks.
So she's weak.
That's
Alright.
enough questions.
Okie dokie.
It's a
Multiple
body.
stab wounds. Sizes approximately the same as the other body. I'd say the MO looks similar to the other murder.
Alright, so we have basically... I think I'm done here, so... The same wounds, same knife wounds, but let's see. Where can we go now? There's a school, let's check out East. Just check out the whole town. There's a young man, there's a robot shop.
I need a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Excuse me?
Humor me. I need some inspiration for my poem.
Oh, I get it. What was it again?
A need, a guilty pleasure, something frightening.
Doesn't sound like a poem, but alright. Respect, cleaning my gun, growing old and weak. Order, sorting my notes, chaos, trust, eavesdropping loans. I don't know. Order, sorting my notes,
Order.
chaos.
Sorting my notes. Chaos.
I don't know, man.
Thank you.
So, you have a poem for me now?
I'll need some time. Come find me later.
Alright. So I am. I scan stuff here. So I don't think the robot is gonna have any.
Looks like an apartment building. I don't have any reason to go up.
I need to find out where saffron grows. So maybe someone in town knows. Let's go up north.
I don't think I should go further north for the time being. Sure, Carl's mystery woman likely lives up there, but I need more to go on.
Alright, well, let's go to the school then. Maybe someone in the school knows. I need to figure out where saffron
I don't have
is.
any business in the school.
Okay. I have no business at school. Alright. What the f... Alright. What? Town square, town entrance. And if you're scared of heights, you don't want to live up here. So apparently we're on a mountain or something. Cliff? I don't know. Alright, so... There's a garden, so let's go check out the garden. Maybe that's where the saffron is.
Nice little garden. Surprised it gets enough sun here.
That's it? You fixed the museum yet?
Hey, quick question. Is it safe to go to the apartment upstairs?
Well, sure. That area is unaffected by the damage.
Okay.
Alright, good. Thanks.
Well, I'll go upstairs first and worry about the saffron later.
Alright, Maya's place. Let's see if I can find any clues in here.
I mean, there's some plants, but let's do the forensic scanner first. Looks like it's been wiped clean, Jesus. Alright, so it's been wiped.